Good day, grade 11 students. This is Sir Peter, your general mathematics teacher. So welcome back to our Gen Math class. In today's session, we will continue with lesson 4.5, converting currencies and time and using scales in maps in traveling decisions. So this is already part number 3. We're done with converting currencies and using scales in maps, but we're not yet done in converting time. So we will now focus on time conversion, and this is the skill that is not only mathematical but also very practical in our everyday lives. So have you ever wondered why when you call a relative abroad, sometimes it's morning there while it's already nighttime here? Or maybe you've seen flight tickets that depart one day but arrive on the previous day in another country. So that's the magic. And sometimes the confusion relies on the different time zones. So today, we will explore how to properly convert time across different countries in the world and how this can help us in our traveling plan, project management, and even daily communication with loved ones abroad. So are you ready? Let's begin. So for our learning competency for this lesson, we apply time conversion to real-world scenarios. So this means that we are not just learning numbers, but we're applying mathematics to situations that really matter in real life. So for our specific learning objectives for today, at the end of this session, you should be able to first explain the key concepts relating to time conversion. Second, convert time zones across countries. And lastly, we apply time zone conversions when planning personal or group travels. But before we dive into solving, we need to be familiar with some of the key terms and definitions relating to time conversion. So let's go through them one by one. So let's define what is a time zone. So a time zone is a region of the Earth that has the same standard time and usually defined as offset from coordinated universal time or the what we call the UTC. So the UTC is the global standard time. And did you know that in English, the abbreviation would be CUT, right? Because we have a coordinated universal time. So it should be a CUT. But why not CUT and it's UTC? Because in French, they would use the word, in a French word, it's actually a TUC. So there is a disagreement between the two countries. So instead of using CUT or TUC, and to avoid confusion, the International Telecommunication Union and the International Astronomical Union agreed to use a neutral abbreviation. So now we're not using CUT or a TUC, but we are using a UTC. So as you could see, the UTC is based from the latitude, which is starts at the prime meridian, which is 0. And to the left of the prime meridian are positive UTCs, and we have negative UTCs to the right. So, for example, the Philippines, look at the how the UTC works. It's not a straight line, right? Look at this one. So, look at the time zone. So, a country like in China will follow the same time. So, it's still under the +9 UTC. Okay? So, in the Philippines, we follow the same time with China. And even parts here of China are still part of the UTC +9. I mean +8. +8, yeah. It's +8. So, we are under this UTC. So if you are living in New York, say for example, we follow a UTC which is -5. So this is where New York is. If you are in Japan, then you follow a UTC +9. So Taiwan is also part of our UTC, and some parts of Australia are part of the UTC +8. So you just pinpoint on the map which UTC they belong. And usually every country will follow the same UTC. So actually there is an older system that we have been using. We call it the Greenwich Mean Time. So it's an older term often used interchangeably with UTC. But the UTC is more precise than the GMT because UTC is just based from the latitude. And this is there might be confusion if we use the GMT because look at China. Since China is a large country, it might belong into different GMTs like +6, +7, and +8. But in a UTC, China follows only one time zone. Same with the Philippines, so we follow the +8. Because it might provide confusion to all Chinese people if they're going to use three time zones in one country. So it will be just unified in one country using the UTC. But if we follow the GMT by latitude, countries will have different time, especially if the country is very large. So the UTC offset is the difference in hours or minutes between a time zone and the UTC. So let's have this as an example. In New York, it is also known as the Eastern Standard Time. So look at New York here in the USA. It follows UTC -5. In Tokyo, or the Japan Standard Time, so it follows the +9 UTC. So you see, so it belongs here. It's under +9 UTC or a UTC +9. Now, there are seasons in which we do not follow the UTC standard time, but we will be following the daylight saving time. So, a daylight saving time is a seasonal adjustment where clock move forward by 1 hour during warmer months. So, let's have this for as an example. For the Eastern Daylight Time, we follow a UTC -4. That is for the DST version. So originally, our Eastern Daylight Time in New York, Miami, Bogota, Lima, follows an ETC -5. But since we move forward 1 hour in a daylight saving time, we will, instead of using -5, we'll add 1. So -5 plus 1, that will be a UTC -4. So this is the reason why. So for a better explanation, again, in New York, EST follows the -5, which is used during the non-DST months, and this typically happens during fall and winter. Well, for the EDT, we follow the UTC -4 since we move 1 hour forward. So we follow the UTC -4 during the months, typically during summer and spring. So again, look at the difference between the two. For a standard time, We have in New York, we follow the UTC -5. Again, it falls under winter and fall. And we have the UTC -4 for a daylight saving time, usually during spring and summer. So let's talk about the local time. So the local time observed in a specific place, including any DST adjustment. So that is actually the actual time observed. So to give you a difference between the two, examine the given table. So as you could see, we have the comparison, the meaning, the variation, longitude, and the comparison reckoned by. So for the local time, it's based from the movement from the sun, the shadow by the sun, and the variation change depending on the longitude. So local time follows the same time in the same places. Like as I've told you a while ago, in China, they will be following the same local time, even if they belong to different latitude. But standard time remains the same for the particular country. So that's the example in China. In standard time, we refer to the fixed time that places falling in the same meridian, and usually it is set by the law. That, for example, if a large country such as um like Australia should be following the same standard time. Now, for the time conversion, of course, it is necessary that we will convert and calculate the local time in one time zone based on the time in another. So let's have this as an example. So as you could see, if it's 3 p.m. UTC, it's 11 a.m. in New York, following a UTC -4 during a DST. Since this video is recorded October, so we will be following the UTC -4 because the daylight saving time happens roughly between March to November. Okay, but after this month, because next month will be November, then we will go back to the standard time, which is the UTC -5. So again, this video was recorded October. That's why today we're following the UTC -4. I hope that is clear. So a tip for you to understand the different times. So there is actually a tool in your application on your mobile phones to easily check different time zones. So we follow different time zone abbreviation or short forms for specific time zones. For example, a popular Eastern Standard Time is follows the UTC -5. We have the Pacific Standard Time, the UTC -8. So that falls under the Los Angeles, California. The Central European Time or the UTC +1. So part of the European Union follows the UTC +1, like in Paris, Rome, etc. And the IST, we have the Indian Standard Time. So it falls between UTC +5 and +6. So that's a UTC 5:30. So I think all of these are now um, enough for us to answer our world clock checkpoint. Now let us apply our knowledge through real life world problems. Let's have example number one. So, can you analyze the problem? Okay, so Algin here lives in Pampanga, Philippines, and we know that in Philippines, we follow the UTC plus 8. So he has a virtual interview with a company in New York, which follows a UTC minus 4. Why do we follow a daylight saving time? Because we're still on October. So they were scheduled to have an interview on October 10th. So this video was recorded October 2. So it is a scheduled interview. So let's find the difference. So to answer this one, we find the time zone difference. So the Philippines is 12 hours ahead, okay, based from our UTC. So how do we get that? So we have 8 minus -4. So that gives us a 12-hour difference. Okay, do you still know the KFC? We keep, flip, and change. So flip, and then we change the subtrahend. So we will get an answer which is 12. Next, we convert 10 a.m. ET to Philippine time. So 10 a.m. plus 12 hours. So that would be 10 p.m. Philippine time on October 10. So it only means that Algin should log in at 10 p.m. Philippine time on the same day, which is October 10th, 2025. I hope this is clear. So knowing time conversion helps in attending important events on time like job interviews abroad. You want to become virtual assistants and your clients are in a different country. So that's one practical application. Now let's proceed to example 2, which talks about calling loved ones. Can you analyze the problem? Okay, are you done reading? So Crisel who lives in Makati. Of course, Makati is under the Philippines, so we will follow the UTC plus 8. Wants to call her mother in Dubai, which follows the UTC plus 4. So she wanted to have a call at 7 p.m. So to answer this problem, we get the time difference. So using the time zone difference, we know that, so we subtract 8 and 4. So 8 minus 4. So it means that the Philippines is 4 hours ahead in Dubai. So the answer is, it will be, sorry, this should be a GST, okay, not an ET. We convert GST to PHT. So the answer is, yeah, so if it's 7 p.m. in the Philippines, and then we subtract 4 hours, then it will be 3 p.m. In the Gulf Standard Time, where Dubai is located. So again, this is typographical, you make it GST. So when Crisel calls at 7 p.m. in the Philippines, it means it will be 3 p.m. in Dubai. So this is very important when scheduling calls with loved ones abroad, right? Now let's talk about example number 3. Can you analyze the problem? Are you done reading? So in this example, it gives us an idea about being an OFW. So notice that Aldrich is an OFW nurse in Seoul, which follows a UTC plus 9. and wants to call his children in Bangkok, which follows a UTC plus 7 at 8 p.m. KST or Korean Standard Time. So let's get the difference. So as you could see, we have a 9 plus 9 minus plus 7. So it means South Korea is 2 hours ahead of Thailand. So we convert our KST to Indochina time. So we have 8 p.m. Korean time minus 2 hours. So that would be 6 p.m. in Thailand. So his children should answer the phone call at 6 p.m. Bangkok time. So this problem is an implication that OFWs rely on this to stay connected with their families. Now let's move to the last example. Peter's flight departs from Manila. Again, we follow a UTC plus 8 at 9 a.m. October 2, 2025. And as you could see, the flight duration is 13 hours. Oh, and the destination is Los Angeles, which follows a UTC minus 8. So what we're going to do is to get first the time difference. Look at this one. So from the distance from primary region to, because the primary region is at 0, right? And in the Philippines, we have a plus 8. In California, we have a minus 8. So when we get the time difference, we'll follow the what we call 8 minus negative 8. So that gives us what difference? So keep flip change, flip and then change. So it gives us a difference of 16 hours, meaning Manila is 16 hours ahead of California. So we convert the Manila local time to California local time. So a 9 a.m. minus 16 hours it means 5 p.m. local time, but the date is October 1, 2025. So again, when Peter departs, it's October 2 in Manila, but at local time, it's 5 p.m. in California. October 1, because we are ahead. Now, we add the time of flight since it is 5 p.m. there, and we add 13 hours, which is the flight duration. So this means that Peter will arrive in Los Angeles at 6 a.m. local time the same day. So this is very confusing because you depart in the Philippines October 2, but you will go to Los Angeles the same day, which is also October 2. So it seems like you time travel, right? Because you follow the same date. It seems like it resets, right? So travelers must understand time zone to avoid missing flights or appointments abroad. That's very important. So I hope you understand our given examples. Now for our activity number 9, we will have applied math practice regarding the time conversion. So for activity number 9, you are in Manila, which follows a UTC plus 8, and you need to schedule a meeting with a partner in Berlin, Germany, or the the European Standard Time, Central Europe Standard Time, which follows the UTC plus 1. If it is 3 p.m. in Manila, then what time it is in Berlin? Number 2, if your flight departs from New York, UTC minus 5, at 6 p.m. local time. What time do you arrive in Paris using UTC? Again, this is in Central Europe, so it's a UTC plus 1, 10 hours later. So to wrap up what we've learned today, so we now knew that time conversion is not just about math, but it's about communication, planning, and staying connected with one another in a globalized world. Whether it's calling your family members abroad, working with international clients, or planning a flight itinerary, mastering time conversion will make life smoother and more efficient. So in our next lesson, we will talk about lesson 5.1, and we'll begin exploring functions, specifically how to identify graph and apply linear to root function. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Again, this is Sir Peter, your general mathematics teacher. Bye.